Oh.
Announcements on November 1st, Lewis and Clark had their Ozark Adventure Dash. Anybody do that? No, didn't either. Then the Fellowship of Christian Athletes had a kickball tournament, November 1st and 2nd. Harvest Moon Ultimate Frisbee Tournament. How were those turnouts? I assume good?
Harvest was good.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
November 8th, wiffle ball tournament at Walker Park. And then November 8th, Veterans Memorial 5K race. I think that's going to be on the trail, on the Frisco Trail, isn't it?
It's going to be in Salagi, around the National Cemetery. It started at the National
Okay.
Cemetery, and then go down Salagi.
Go west.
To Razorback and back.
Okay. November 8th and 9th, USSA Fast Pitch Softball Tournament, assume at Lake Fayetteville.
Both. Well, maybe both if they get enough teams. Both places. Gary Hampton also.
And Ultimate Frisbee Tournament on November 8th and 9th. November 9th, Fayetteville Half Marathon, 5K and Fun Run. November 10th, amen. Spring Youth Soccer registration begins. And then November 22nd, 23rd, another USSA Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. How many do we have doing soccer this year, this fall?
1,499.
Wow.
We were really trying to find that one more kid. We couldn't get it done.
You were too tall. Round up.
Well, I know my neighbor was proud of his kickball trophy.
Oh,
Which one?
Joe.
So both they had like the regular trophy, or was it the toilet bowl trophy?
This is a huge one. It was as tall as he was.
So it was
He's
for actually playing well. Not
He's a grown man. He enjoyed it.
the competitive league,
Yeah.
Okay.
not the toilet bowl. league.
The trashy league.
I have a question about the softball tournaments. Are those, who's putting those on? Who's sponsoring those?
So we've got two different U-Trip representatives. The newest one, Sean Gaines, puts on usually the larger tournaments, and then we've got another representative, Don Nichols. They just put them on just throughout the state, and we've been lobbying as much as we can to have them come here and doing as much as we can, making sure they're feeling accommodated and having everything they need when they are here. So we've got a couple of different reps that are using Fayetteville regularly. We've seen our numbers in terms of tournaments going up pretty recently, thanks to the work of Brandon really trying to ask these guys to come here and play tournaments.
Is the Visitors Bureau involved in that?
Brandon and Sean have worked, and they applied for A&P money this past
Okay.
cycle, so yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they're involved if they award him. I think he just asked for like $1,000 or something just to try to get some promotional materials out.
Even if they don't, there's ways that Visitors Bureau can help out
Yeah,
with
well-
good hotel rates, because the hotels are always looking for different ways
And I've
to.
heard Brandon mention that. So
Okay.
Sean and I think Marlo are already in those talks.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
What age groups are these?
They're varying. They're mostly girls, maybe 7, 8, 9 to about 18. Some of them are men's tournaments, adult tournaments, but mostly youth, anywhere from, like I said, 9 or 10 all the way up to high school age.
And that definitely helps our HMR.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have 5 here now. You want to call the roll then? Melanie, we'll start this meeting.
Watson, Priest,
Here.
Paul, Maxwell, Lamb,
Here.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Lawson,
Here.
McKnight,
Here.
Profit.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. Our third item is approval of the October 6th PRAB meeting minutes. May see anything we need to change on that, or
Make a motion to approve. Second.
motion and second? We call roll on that, don't we? I guess we do. Okay.
McKnight,
Yes.
Lawson,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Lamb,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
And then Allison Jumper's going to have an update on the regional park for us.
So we are still moving ahead with construction documents with Lawson Associates. We have them submitted for engineering review, and we hope to be bidding the project November 18th and opening bids on the I believe it's the 9th of December. So we're shooting for the first council meeting in January to take a construction contract to council for approval.
Wonderful. And,
Well- What will
Yeah.
that be? Is that like the
It's-
streets and water and sewer and those kind of things, or what? What are we talking?
Right now, it's the whole package, so the first phase, which will include that, plus 6 soccer fields and up to 4 baseball fields, great lawn.
Great lawns, 6 soccer fields, 4 baseball. Okay.
Parking lot, lighting, all, everything that goes
Concession,
along with it.
restrooms, pavilion at the Great Lawn. But that's probably going to be bid later, because we're waiting on Arkansas Parks and Tourism to see if we get money.
Yeah.
250,000 is what we requested.
everybody's getting emails on the progress with trails, I assume?
Yep.
Great.
I do have a question before we get off that topic.
Yeah.
The landfill, and I know that's not part of our deal right now, but it's pretty noticeable from the freeway now.
Mhm.
So what phase are they in?
They are.
They're in the
kind of
exiting phase?
Yeah, they still have a little bit to cap. They're having some trouble finding the right kind of material for the cap. But they're hydro seeding as they go, so as they complete a section, they'll hydro seed it. So that's the first phase. I actually met with ADQ on Wednesday and talked with them about the second phase and how that's gonna be coordinated with our park construction, because they're probably not gonna start it until March of next year.
Okay.
So they'll be bidding that second phase hopefully at the end of this year.
Okay.
But it is gonna be noticeable because it's not gonna be
Yeah.
revegetated with trees, it's just gonna be grass.
Yeah, which will be pleasant, I
Mhm.
think. But yeah, the way it is right now, it's kind of like,
Well, we need to then mow that, the way we'd have to do the, assume the
We'll
dam,
have to keep it
dam
brush
sites.
hog.
Okay.
yeah. And I have gotten a little bit of comment just from some of the neighboring property owners about, and I guess it wouldn't be easy for us to identify where the line is between the city property and the private property out there everywhere. I guess it's more like their responsibility if they don't want it.
We are putting up
People on
boundary
there.
markers, park boundary
We
markers.
are?
They're brown, like you see in the Forest Service lands.
Oh, okay.
That say park boundary, so we have some up. We need to order some more signs, but we are marking that.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we're doing it and we're going to do more?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing issue for many years with actually encroachment on parklands in a lot of different ways. I mean, Connie's got some stories on that.
Oh, the other way around?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had garages built on property
Hot
and
tub.
dumping. It's,
As long as it's open to the public.
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, while we're on capital projects, I
Mhm.
think, Allison, you want to announce about the Corps of Engineer and like Fayetteille Trail?
Oh, yeah.
A quick announcement so they're aware.
The section of trail that we discussed going through the botanical gardens, we submitted a plan for that to realign a portion of it, elevate it via a boardwalk, and have 2 creek crossings. And we got feedback from them that it's not under their jurisdiction, so we're good to move ahead with that.
That's from who?
The Corps of Engineers.
Corps, okay.
Mhm.
Good.
That's good. That's very good.
One less hoop to jump through.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else on the regional park? I think we've got you guys, Don Cox and Fred Meek.
Yes.
They're with the Ozark Volleyball Club, and they're going to give us a report. Welcome.
Just like to thank all of y'all for what y'all do for the city and keeping us going in all the sports and the different things that you do. But a little history on us. Back in '84, when I started playing volleyball up here, there was probably 20 to 30 people involved in the club totally. We played indoors on one court down here at the Fayetteille Youth Center on we'll say a concrete floor and a makeshift net system. Our highlights of the year would be traveling to other tournaments, nicer facilities. Since that time, we've grown quite a bit and transitioned to more outdoor sports. We have over 160 players in our indoor leagues that we're currently running. We've kind of outgrown the Jones Center, where we're playing on 2 courts, and we put the ball out. We're looking for new indoor courts somewhere. The All-Star Sports Arena in Springdale is going to open back up, and that might be an avenue where we go in the future there. But there's not any indoor courts other than the Yvonne Richardson Center for Fayetteville. The rec league that we're doing right now has 14 teams, 100 players participating every Monday night. Our Facebook page, we have over 500, right at 500 members that are involved in the sport itself. We have a handful of players that still travel out or our indoor tournaments, but most of our efforts have involved around the sand courts of Veterans Memorial Park and the sand play itself. And I guess that goes hand in hand with Misty May Turner and Terry Walsh winning back-to-back championships, so it gets more people involved. And with the outdoor sport of it, I'll turn it over to Fred, and he'll talk more about that.
Yeah, I wanted to say this, that I guess it was 2 years ago, we were in here asking for a fourth court, because we couldn't accommodate all the people, which is a good problem to have. But so working with Allison McConaughey, awesome to work with, by the way, just, whatever we needed, they were always right there for us, so always appreciative of that. But what it's allowed us to do is to have a facility that is second to none, and I'm talking about within a 300-mile range. You got to go to Dallas to go, maybe even as far as Atlanta. Memphis doesn't have it. I mean, we really have the best facilities, and so when you have facilities, that attracts more people, and so we keep growing and growing and growing. But the bottom line is, I just want to thank the city for all that they've done for us. I mean, it's I think we pay for half of it, they pay for half, or something like that.
There's been cost sharing.
Cost sharing, yeah. And so the club, all the money that we make goes back into the courts. I mean, nobody's making anything. I mean, we put everything back in the sand and the fence, and so we still got a fence to go because we can't have enough money to finish it all at once, but still got a fence to go. But I just want to say, seriously, thank you so much for all that you've done for us, and we hope that we're doing you proud. I mean, I've talked to some of the workers that are out there, guys, that clean up, and they're like, this is the one place that is never dirty. Because if we're out there, it's clean. We really respect it, and everybody out there respects it. And so that's what I want to say. We just heartfelt thank you for everything that you've done.
Well, thank you all for running the league,
Yeah.
keeping people interested.
It's growing. Do we have any volleyball courts on this new park? At one point there were 6 courts in there, and I didn't hear
Yeah.
what phase is that
There's,
in.
that's the last.
I knew it was last, but yeah.
But we'll need some fundraising, so we'll be visiting with you at some
True,
point.
we'll figure something out.
Do you have any tournaments that you bring out of town visitors for overnight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have. We had about 9 to 10 tournaments this year, and all of them, well, except for maybe 2, because we had some on Friday night. It was more of a fun type thing, but all of them will bring people from Kansas City, St. Louis, Dallas, Tulsa, Kansas. I mean, they'll come because the facilities, what we offer that nobody else does is that we have water, which doesn't sound like a crazy thing, but no volleyball courts have, because they're out in the middle of nowhere. They have water, we have shade, nobody has shade, natural trees, bathrooms right there. I mean, it's awesome. And the one thing that I'm proudest of these tournaments is that they come because they like us. They come, they take our money because they're really good, but they're driving 10 hours for $150. But the fact that they come here, the facilities are nice, we're able to go out to Dixon Street afterwards to answer your question. That's a huge draw. They love it. They'll come down here, and we've had tournaments on Bikes and Blues and stuff. And so, yes, to answer your question, yeah, I would say at least 10 people per weekend, and that'd be a couple, or maybe their kids and stuff like that. Will come down, and now that we've taken them out and stuff, that's part of the show. They want to stay, and
Instead of one night, they'll turn into 2 nights now.
yeah, right.
More nights than
Good.
merrier.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you think about the sports and the preparation goes in these things, and I assume once the softball's done, other than trimming around the edges, I mean, it's not softball, volleyball courts are done. They're and since they don't require a whole lot of maintenance, which is great for us too.
Take the nets down, and they're done. We're going to put more sand out.
The sand is what's expensive. It's like, yeah, that one court was $10,000.
Before we got finished.
Yeah, $10,000 what we spent, but sand was like $8. It was it's ridiculous. But we had that every year.
Every year we
try
try
to
to
have our own, the club's money. We put sand and everything, new nets, and So we pretty much, you pay for the lights and the water, which we're certainly appreciative. We had some hiccups with the lights on the new court, so we kept blowing some fuses, but I think we got that, worked out, yeah.
And every year we put more sand in. It's amazing how much sand disappears. People,
It is.
kids out there.
They all take it home.
Yeah.
Over the years, I think I could have built.
Kids love it.
We'll
Y'all
get
ever-
100 tons every year to each court.
And we also leave, our nets and our lines, and they're all top of the line for our out-of-town guests, but we always leave them up all year, and anybody that wants to use them can use them, and we're not taking them up and saying our tour or anything. Everybody is welcome to use it. Sure.
And we appreciate that. That helps us tremendously, so thank you.
I have a silly question. And my dad being a farmer, so she learned weird things. You ever have problems with fleas in the sand?
No. Have
And
not.
hopefully not
really,
problems with cats
no,
either.
We haven't had a problem with cats out there either.
Good. The hawks take care of the cats.
Coyotes.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's a great use for that space, and it really adds something to that park. So I want you guys to know, and I think everybody feels the same way here, is we really appreciate you guys taking that park and making it nice.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate the use of it.
We just need more parking.
There is an issue with parking. We've been talking about that, and
And I gotta say, I think we've done a crackerjack job in that. The problem is that.
I haven't seen anyone in
well,
this,
the
between
problem
the courts
is-
lately.
The
so.
problem is that when we take up all the spots, everybody's out there to run, parks where we would park. And so a lot of us, why do they get to park and we don't? I was like, that's the rules. That's the rules. And then you got the stray guys that will come out, road guys that will come out on a Saturday or Sunday and just park there and do it anyway. I can't do anything about that, so.
we've policed it a lot better this year, even
Yeah.
talking to other people about not parking in the grass
Yeah.
and keeping it nice.
Because that took several weeks of standing out and going, no, you can't, and explaining 20 times, and so, but we got it.
Yep.
Well, you've got, there's, on the weekends, there's office buildings right there. They've got plenty of spots
Oh,
too.
yeah.
that
We even
Filled
chilled a
in.
little area walk through from that office place.
Yeah.
We're behind there.
Great. Well, we appreciate everything that you guys do. And
Thank you.
it's a great relationship. Thank you. Is there anything else tonight? Any other?
The only thing I might announce, I think Melanie sent it out, but it's now time for those whose terms are up to reapply with the city clerk. The deadline day is November the 26th at 5 p.m. You can do it all online. Go to accessfayetteville.org. We have 3 members. Because we are on 3-year terms, so every 3 years, 3 people's board members are up. We have John Paul, Philip McKnight, and Richie Lance are all up this time. So you have to reapply.
And I assume, let's say that Mr. McKnight is elected, would he still be able, I'm just curious, would he still be able to serve on this board or not?
No.
If you wanted to?
No.
Okay, I kind of figured that, I wasn't sure what the rules were.
So I'll wait till after tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tough times on November 26th.
To
A lot of
reapply.
people are voting tonight. One thing I wanted to, and I've not had time to mention to you, was the Gully Park thing is now complete, and 2 houses on Novemeber Road are for sale.
Not yet.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
No, we have to go before council and request
Okay.
to have permission to sell those
Okay.
pieces of property.
I had talked briefly about getting together and doing a community-wide event to remove the fencing and possibly bringing a bulldozer in, because the pond hadn't held water there since 1980, I think, for quite a while. But maybe try to do a get-together at the park to use volunteer labor, and I don't know if anybody needs any barbed wire or not, but or fence posts, but the remove steel posts and cut the wire. I'm sure it's probably stuck in trees along the creek, things like that. Just thinking, sometime next month or 2, and if y'all have any ideas on that, or anybody wants to get together on that, put a little committee together, and give me a buzz. I'm just thinking probably do it on a Saturday morning. That's what I was thinking about.
The Dunns are still living there
Yeah.
until they had 120 days until after closing to move them and their donkeys and everything. But 120 days puts it about February the 10th.
Okay, so we need to wait till then.
Well, I think it'd be nice for us to wait till they're.
True, because we don't know if they're having
Yeah.
animals still in there or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
Be nice to do it when it's cool too. as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
do have something I'd like everybody to consider, and Connie, this is probably more for you than it is everybody else, but the front area of those houses, the sidewalk ends at the corner of Old Wire and
Oh, Missouri.
Old Missouri. Sidewalk ends. I've seen lots of people walking and riding their bike and lots of things coming from those neighborhoods into Gully Park, and there's no way to get there safely without going in the ditch or in the street.
Had that problem for a number of years, but they have it on, I think next year is the year that Old Wire is supposed to be widened. So that sidewalks will go along with that project.
You think we could
And-
pencil out an easement from those two lots to
Yes.
give access? That's where he's going, I think.
That's where I was.
That way you've got right in at the corner.
In
At
other
the
words, don't
northeast corner.
sell the easement
Yeah,
with the house so that you still have that right of way to put that sidewalk in.
maybe between the two houses because there's quite a bit of room between them, but that'd be great.
Well, if they're widening the road, I'm sure the
Right.
right-of-way is already there.
Yeah.
Should
The
be.
road may only be 20 foot, but it's probably a 50 foot
Yeah, but he's
right.
talking about between Old Wire Road and the park.
Oh, coming between the houses.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Putting a connection up top.
See, I don't know.
Shortcut?
Yeah.
I mean, those houses are pretty close. To put an easement in there could be a lot of people don't want somebody going in between their homes.
True.
Yeah.
It's
I've
been an
been
issue
read,
before.
it's not that much further down.
Yeah, you're only talking about 4 or 5 houses, and once the
Yeah.
sidewalk is done.
I think with maintenance wise, I understand what you're saying, but I think with maintenance and vandals and just citizens, I think they need to all go in one area.
I was also talking about in front of the houses, though.
Yeah.
I would assume that those houses right away are probably only 6 feet off of the road. Is probably all it is, because that's an old road. And so, at some point in time, somebody's gonna have to buy that right away from, if we already own it, let's don't sell it and then try and buy it back.
A lot of the right-of-ways in Fayetteville got expanded when we did, was it Master Street Plan? I mean, it just got done.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be within 24 months of widening a road unless that right-of-way was there. But,
We can look at the plans, the current plans for the
Yeah.
Old Wire road improvements and see what they have slated for in front of those houses.
Just a thought.
yeah.
Doesn't-
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
wanna
we
sell it
definitely
and then
need
try and buy it
sidewalk.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need sidewalk.
Old Wire is an old road, and it's never had any kind of curb and gutter or anything, and it's very narrow right there, and it makes it very difficult for anybody to get to the park from those neighborhoods.
It is.
It
People
normally
will be
just walks
so
at the
sad.
yards, I think, in front of the yard.
Or in the street. and you don't
Yeah,
want-
yeah. Good point. Anything else, anybody?
Move to adjourn.
I agree. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
We set a record, it's 54